Hello, good morning. This is gonna be a quick one. So what the hell was that? Okay, well, whatever. What? Okay, anyway, sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna go head out to get my chiropractic done. It is 7:41, so I need to start walking soon, TM. But yeah, it's pretty cool out this morning. I mean, to be fair, it's 7, and I usually am out here at like 10, so that would make sense. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a quick one. Uh, I'll talk a little bit later about how the day goes, but I am gonna be hanging out with my friends, so that'll be fun. And yeah, don't know how the rest of the day goes. So, all right, bye. Hey, it's 5:41, and I don't know. I suddenly just started struggling. Like a bunch of kind of negative emotions are popping up. And unlike last time, where I didn't actually like film what I was feeling, I think this time I'm actually just gonna like go step by step. Because it's kind of like it really just feels like they just came out of nowhere. And I think it's around having to rest my foot is what triggered it. Because it's kind of like I understand this is you need to rest, okay? I'm like, I get it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, you know, the past 5 days, I've been, doing walks and enjoying nature, and it's like it felt really good. And it's like super confusing to me that it's like, no, fuck you, rest. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, obviously I know there's a reason for it, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I just, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't have any way other than Uber to go around places right now, aside from walking. And that's basically been like, well, did too much walking. We don't want that because you need to be resting. It's like, okay, well, like, what am I supposed to do now then? And I'm listening to like my audiobooks, and I'm like, cool, but I'm not really feeling them. So I'm just kind of wasting time, or at least it feels like it. And then it's like, I could play Final Fantasy 10 or 10-2. That just feels, I don't know. It's like, I just feel frustrated because I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing. And the answer is nothing. And I'm like, well, fuck you. I don't want to do nothing. Like, it's like nothing is super fucking boring. And, You know, at least if I was like in my normal like living situation, you know, I could just effectively do nothing. But you know, I don't even really have like a super comfortable spot to sit. Like there's the out there in the like living room area, there's like a semi okay like futon thing. But you know, it's like literally I'm just laying down in bed or I prop all the pillows behind me and my back still bothers me a little bit. I'm like I don't know. I just don't get it. It's like I get it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense. It's like, it's almost like the feeling of randomly having, like, randomly being, like, pulled over by a police officer. And then the officer's like, hey, I want you to just sit here for, like, an hour, and then you're free to go. And you're like, what? Yeah. And you're like, huh? The officer may have a really good reason as to why you're doing it. But you're just super confused. You're like, what? Uh, and so it's kind of like, basically, all signs are pointing to me just literally sitting here and doing nothing. I don't know. I'm just really tired. It's like sometimes I kind of feel like a dog being told to do another trick, and it's like yeah, I've done 20 tricks already. Like I don't understand. And in this case, the trick is the trick is to sit. So I'm like, okay, now I'm here. Now what? And now I'm just sitting, and I'm like, can I at least sit in a comfortable spot? I don't know. It's like I know that this is part of the thing of like the doubt and all of that stuff. It's like you know, that there's definitely a doubt there of like, is this like a grand fuck you gesture of like, haha, we got him to do the other thing, and now we're gonna like reveal that it was all smoke and mirrors and you're fucked. And it's like, I'm aware that during this point, when I feel like that, it's leaning in more and trusting more. It's just frustrating because it's okay. I got it. It's like you're enough. Everything, you're totally enough. Just be yourself. And then it feels like, yeah, but don't be yourself that way. I'm like, well, wait, hold on. Like, be yourself. Okay, I'm gonna go walking a bunch and like, and then, you know, the like, I'm glad the back thing happened, but in the moment, it was like, well, what the fuck, like, and over time, it's like throughout the week, I can feel the like physical residual energy like releasing. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to do a fucking day spa or something. Because that just keeps popping up in my head. And I'm like, really? I mean, technically, I know of one that's around here, but it's like right near the mall. It's in that. I mean, I don't even know if that's a real day spa, but like, I could look one up. But it's like I just feel so. Is it lost? Is that the word? It's like. Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating because I understand that I'm not supposed to know like what the plan is, and that's the whole point, is to not know. I just don't even know like what me is. It's like, I've stripped myself down to the bare bones. I've removed all sorts of things that really didn't fit. And I'm like, okay, well, what does fit? It's like, I don't know. There isn't really much that fits. And even like, the reading stuff, like that's fine, but you can't listen to like fucking tarot readings for like 10 hours a day. That's just not gonna work. And then listening to the books. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. My nose is just itchy. But like, it's like, the Legos are kind of cool. I enjoy putting them together. I can really get fixated on like building a Lego project, and it's a lot of fun. And then I don't know, video games kind of, as a whole, have lost a lot of appeal to me. It's still there, and I can still play, but it's kind of like, I went from I'm addicted to playing video games and like running away and trying to escape reality to like, okay, reality's telling me that like, I'm about to have a bunch of exciting stuff happen. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, I don't want to play video games because I only did that to escape. And so now it's like, all right, reality. It's like, well, gotta wait. I'm like, well, what? Like, I've thrown away everything that I used as distractions. And it's like, I don't fucking know what my interests, where they lie at this point. Because it's like most of that stuff was all because I truly was trying to escape. I mean, it's the same thing with the book. Like, all the different books I read, they're fantasy worlds. It's like, yeah, I really enjoy the fantasy worlds because guess what? It's not fucking Earth. So it's like, you know, that, the video games, and all of that. So it's like, I've let go of all of that. It's still there, but like, it doesn't hold the same level of appeal. Because again, it was all escapism. And I don't want to just cultivate some new escapism thing. I think, at least with the Lego stuff and like, I haven't done the real life stuff, but like, I think it's going to be similar. That's like building something in the physical realm that then you can display or whatever, right? And there's a sense of accomplishment by doing the thing and displaying it, and it's cool. And, is that escapism? I don't know. I think using your physical hands to like build something is a bit different than using your thumbs or your fingers to play on a video game. But maybe it's the same. It's just, I don't know. And a lot of other hobbies that I could get into. Well, you can't, like, with gardening, as an example. Gardening could be fun, but I'm not gardening while I'm fucking on, like, traveling, right? Yeah, I guess technically maybe you could do that, but I don't even know how you would go about doing something like that. And I'm sure as hell not going to bring a bunch of plants with me from place to place. That sounds like a nightmare. Doing like, gym and sports and all of that stuff. There's not really a lot of outlets to do that unless you travel to different places. Get Ubers, whatever, right? So like I could have done all of that. But like I enjoy just walking around. So it's like the one thing that I've kind of really enjoyed, it's like it feels like, now I'm not saying that's actually the case, but it feels like I'm being chastised and it's taken away because that's not the right thing I'm supposed to be doing. And, it really felt, I felt like I had a lot of agency and like, okay, if I want to go somewhere, I can just walk there, right? But hurting my Achilles tendon, now it's like, well, now fuck you. You're going to be sitting in bed. And that's on top of like, you did the chiropractor work for a week, but now you're still like really sore. And, the Achilles wants you to rest and lay down, whereas the sciatic nerve, like disc, the slip disc, wants you to walk around. So it's like you can't even fucking heal the sciatic or the slip disc because you can't walk around a bunch because you got to heal the other thing. It's like, bro, like, what are you trying to tell me here? It's just frustrating because I thought I understood. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing that like feels right. And then it's like, nope. I don't know. And then the whole like divine partner stuff, which I still know it's coming. It's just like I get it. It's the divine timing. It's just like I'm so sick of the divine timing stuff, and it's like, I'm tired. I just want to like. I don't know. It's like I just want an actual like home to go to that isn't, filled with negativity. The current the roommate situation back where I'm renting the place. It's like it's like a miasma, So there's a reason why I'm moving out, even though I have no fucking clue where I'm going to move to. And obviously I've been enjoying this trip. This trip has been great. I've learned a lot. And it's, I don't know. It's like, it's like I've been walking across the invisible bridge for a while. And it's just super tiring to like not really know like where the fuck I'm going, when the fuck things are gonna change. I'm trying to take my own accountability and trying to just do my thing, not letting like not letting myself wait, and instead of just waiting I do, but it's like the doing's not right. It's like, okay, you really want me to just sit here? Like, I can do that, but it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do while I just sit here? Maybe the answer is nothing, because I'm supposed to just sit here and twiddle my thumbs and wait for something to happen. And it's like, but I thought that the whole point was to not wait for something to happen, because I'm supposed to just be myself and let things happen. So how the fuck does that make sense? Yes, be yourself. Do the things that you want to do, and it will show up. But also, fuck you. You're gonna sit there and do nothing. And it's like, can I get some goddamn clear messaging here on like what I'm actually supposed to be fucking doing? Because it doesn't seem like it's very clear at all. And I know a lot of this is just the fucking. There's like. This energy doesn't even feel like mine, a lot of it. Like. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but like a lot of times I will feel other people's energies pass through me. And so it's like. Some of it's really heavy, some of it's light, whatever. And I've gotten pretty good at just like flushing it out, but like, this literally just like, it's like compounding something that already is like annoying for me, where it's like, I think, okay. All right. This is going to be a long one. Okay, so I worked out. There's kind of... Okay, hold on. This is kind of fucking uncomfortable. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like collecting my thoughts here. Okay. So first, I'm just gonna split the energy up because I'm just gonna like alchemize it and split it up as I'm like reviewing it. Okay. So this first thread of energy is literally like, it feels like toddler energy, like stomping around and being like just annoyed that things aren't happening. And that's definitely, I think, mine. It's like the inner child is like frustrated because it's like, yeah, I've been letting the inner child steer, and yeah, for the most part, the inner child's just been vibing, happy, doing the thing, seeing all the birds and like walking around and enjoying the sights, eating, pretty much whatever food like just shows up. It's usually been very healthy, but sometimes it's not. And yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like the inner child is annoyed that like, it's like, well, why hasn't things happened? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that divine timing. And it's like saying the words divine timing feel like bullshit hand wave, Or it's like it's almost like, in a book, if the author's like, yes, we will get to it in 500 pages. And you're like, why don't you explain it now? Because it's kind of relevant. It's like, no, we're going to get to it in 500 pages. And you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to read for 500 pages before I get an answer. And that's it, right? That's what divine timing feels like. Is it's the fucking hand wave that says, well, you'll know. It's like, all right. So there's that thread of energy, okay? And let me think about this energy thread. How can I transmute it? Okay. So the inner child is not happy with what's currently going on. So we've done things that are like enjoyable, but the inner child wants more or different. And it's kind of hard to have a lot of varying, unique things all the time. But I don't think that's what the inner child's really going for. Okay, so then what is it that you want? Okay, well, freedom, but what does that look like? A car, okay. Well, I'm not just gonna buy a car. And if the last rental thing has taught me anything, I guess I could theoretically get a credit card so that then I can do it. But okay. I got a pad of paper. I can start writing this stuff down. Okay. How do I have no good way to hold you up. Wait, maybe? This kind of works. I did this. Sorry, guys. My inner, like, voice is like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, yeah, I know, I get it. It's frustrating to get this thing to work right. Okay, so I'm gonna write down inner child freedom, and then freedom looks like car. Okay, what else? Okay, too many things. You gotta one at a time. Don't give me that pout. Okay. Okay, eat whatever. So food. Okay. What else? Now, I just want to say, there's a reason I'm writing all this down. I'm working through this so that then I can have a list of what I need to like alchemize. So like for an example with freedom, the car. Well, there are many ways to go around with freedom. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be walking. And same with food. You can eat whatever you want, but there's kind of this level of if there's food you like, figuring out either how to make it yourself or a healthy version of the food, like I was doing before, right? Not feeling constrained. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? Okay, play. What does play look like? Board games. Legos. Let's see, board games, Legos. What else? Sports. Skipping rocks. These are a lot of activities that require other people. Aside from this, I guess technically you can do swimming, rollerblading, and ice skating by yourself. But basketball, soccer, and racquetball, they all require you to actually have other people. Right, which, that doesn't preclude them from being a thing, but okay. So there's freedom, there's food, being unconstrained, which again, unconstrained is part of freedom. Play. What else? Build, okay. So think that again, it's like Lego. No? Okay. It's not Legos. What is it? Oh, like the little, oh, okay. So I really enjoyed this little mini building channel a while ago where people would like go to a random water spot and build a little like hydro powered dam. So it's like building that, not like that specifically, but like building things. Okay. That's a new one. Structures. This is kind of not right, so I'm putting in parentheses electrical. So, okay, so it's like similar to like Michael Reeves. Okay. That requires a whole ass setup, and it's not something I don't think you can really do on the go. Like, yeah, maybe you could, but that would be incredibly hard to do while traveling. Okay. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is a list of it's okay, so this is almost like an inner child demand list. It's really funny. It's kind of like yeah, it kind of reminds me of like I mean, this list is basically like the inner child bucket list for if the inner child could do whatever, this would be what the inner child would want to do every day. Okay. What about walking? Okay, so like if it's walking, can't just be any walking. It has to be like trails, maybe like rivers / streams / ponds / ocean. Hiking. Okay. Trampoline. That's definitely come up several times. My child wants to jump around on trampolines, so sorry, there was like an itch on my leg. Felt more like something was crawling, but it wasn't. So, okay. So, are you happy with this list? It's okay. Is there anything that's missing? No. Okay. Well, now I'm like, who's up next? I don't know. It's like okay. I wrote down inner love, which feels a bit weird, but I'll roll with it. Okay, well, this is a bit weird to say out loud, so I don't know if I want to. I might just write them down. Okay. Okay, I think I wrote all those down. Sorry. I know that that wasn't very fun of me to not say them out loud, but I've been pretty fucking open about, just about everything, so you guys will survive on not knowing exactly what I wrote down there. I mean, you can probably guess, but okay, what else? Okay. Inner warrior. This one kind of feels weird. It's like there's like conquest there, but it's not in the traditional sense. It's like achievement. I don't know if struggle's the right word. It's like challenge. Challenge. Progression. Okay. I wrote partner down. So achievement, challenge, progress, progression, partner. Recognition. No, you don't want that. Okay. Interesting. And that kind of makes sense. I don't give a fuck about what other people think. I am myself, and it's like yeah, I am myself. So what else? I mean, I guess there's Don't even know how I feel about this, but I'm going to write it down. Inner gamer. I think that actually matters. Leveling. Which I think is progress. So I guess leveling is more like visual progress. Visual progress. Min-maxing. Creating optimal builds. Okay. I do love that. That is something I really enjoy doing. What about... What else? Exploration. Now, how could I forget magic? Magic. I'm going to put some asterisks. Stars. That's kind of a big deal. Wizard Tower. Wizard Tower. Magic. Okay. I mean, if we're going there, floating island. And then this would be home/fortress. Okay. Crafting. Do love crafting. Blacksmith. Tailoring. Woodworking. Enchanting. Okay, so the next would be gear. I'm gonna put in parentheses min-max. Min-max again. What else? Mr. Inner Gamer, what else do you want? This fucking fly. There's like a tiny ass gnat fly that has been flying around me this whole week. It's annoying. What else? Magic exploration. Okay. Inner child, inner love, inner warrior, inner gamer. Thought of inner athlete. I don't know. Okay, I think that actually inner athlete. Body modification. Okay. What else? What else? This is a long ass video. Like, oh my gosh, I just saw 010111. Training, competition. I'm not really sure what else I should put down here. I mean, I have a lot. Okay. So I've done the writing of this. It's also, surprisingly, calmed the, like, raging emotions that I was feeling. So... Okay, so I think after settling with the emotions, it just seems like, for me specifically, a lot of this feels like I have to wait to have them properly kind of in place. What I mean by that is, like, okay, here's an example. Because I do, okay, it's like I like routine underlying everything. What I mean by that is, like with the walking, this whole week, I've walked to the chiropractor and then I've gotten food and then other stuff happens. There's this underlying, like, structure that I created, even though it was temporary, that allowed me to get up and just start doing things, and then leading into more open-endedness throughout the rest of the day. And so having having both a little bit of structure. Oh my god, my arm is so pale. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like paler than the fucking wall. What the fuck? Okay, so there's like when like I like having a morning routine that I do to take care of myself. And then I get into whatever else I'm going to do throughout the day. Not having that, I don't like, because even if the morning routine is something that I come up with from a suitcase, that's fine. But I need something. So I think, okay, I'm starting to think about, gotta do another page. What is this, an updated manifestation list? I don't fucking know, maybe. Who knows? So, what am I gonna call this? I'll just put realizations. Realizations. 1. Morning structure. Okay. So morning structure. What does the morning structure do? It grounds me. Grounds me. Okay. Before the morning structure is sleep. Restful sleep. What does that do? Wake happy and rested. Okay. So I want this effectively means like having something comfortable enough that I sleep on to where I can get a restful night's sleep. I don't wake up in pain. And then the morning structure, it grounds me. So it's like, okay, just those two things help a lot in understanding. And, again, I already knew this, but it's just writing it down is helpful. Okay. I like first meal of day to be veg variety plus protein. Okay. Which, I like that. The second meal I don't care too much about. Not because I don't actually care, but like if I have the first meal and it gets most of my nutrients and minerals and whatnot for the day, then I feel like I'm like prepared for like everything that I'm going to be doing. So these are all kind of like preparatory steps. for me to be at my best. When it comes to the actual day, mix of quote rest days and doing days. And I think the rest days, a lot of it is like relaxing with significant other, or yeah, just like watching something, or playing like a game or whatever, right? A lot of the play stuff. And then during the doing days, accomplishing some sort of goals or progression or whatever. So I'll put play / relax. Then doing is progress on goals. Okay. What other realizations? Okay. My mind was like clarity, but like I'm at the point where that is not a thing that I will get in terms of the journey, because the journey is going to be unclear, and I'm aware of that. So it's more like, it's not clarity, but it's being clear about what I am building. Or if I can't have that, because, maybe I won't even know what I'm building or what I'm working on. So what would I even be able to have clarity on? Could have clarity on myself and my partner. So what is that? Basically feeling there's being clear, and then there's also what? Just gonna write clear on self / partner. And I'm going to put below it It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. Inner intuition clear. Basically, I put in parentheses dialogue. So my inner intuition being clear on steps. Because look, if I can't have clarity on the plan, I would at least like clarity on the intuition, so it's super obvious. And I understand that's a me thing. I'm struggling to fully. It's like I can't tell sometimes if it's the intuition saying something or if it's something else. And I'm trying to listen. It's just like something about the intuition that I haven't really talked about is like it's not like do this. It's like an example. I was writing down inner athlete. That was like the first thing that came to my mind. And then I second guessed it. And I'm like, no, I probably should do inner athlete. That was an intuition thing. But I didn't understand that was an intuition thing at the very moment. It was like, oh, I think my brain made up this thing and I want to dissect it. Because it sounds exactly the same as my brain saying something. So it's like, I thought that we had a system, me and my intuition, where the intuition would flare up with like this like feeling in my chest. But it hasn't been doing that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought that's what our plan was. And then there was this other, like, there was a couple things where I was like, okay, what about this? What about this? And it seemed to be fine in the moment, but now it's like, well, none of it's working, so what the fuck? So it's like, I would like something more concrete on like how I can hear my intuition. Yeah. Sorry, that was my bottles of fucking empty water bottles that I have to clear out, and then the rest of the takeaway food that I got. But I thought there was a fucking fly. I saw it pass and then it just disappeared, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, bro, I thought it landed on the phone, so I looked for it. Okay, so okay. I think, okay, this is gonna sound fucking a bit out there. I mean, what doesn't for me at this point? But I think uh what I'm doing now is what I was supposed to be doing today. And this was me realizing that I could do this without walking, without going anywhere. Which I knew already I could do that. But the walking is nice. The walking's kind of like the scenery or the stage or whatever, whatever you want to call it. Setting the intention. Instead of having a fucking brown wall behind me that looks white or off-white, I don't know. I'm very tempted to step on my foot, but I know I'm supposed to be just letting it rest. Hmm. A lot of the rest of that, I think, wasn't my stuff. Because I can feel once I kind of stated the things out loud and kind of let the like frustration or whatever it was, it's just not like I can't even remember what it was that I said, which is weird. I do know that the waiting sucks, but also it's like I'm not even really waiting. I'm living my life, and then it shows up, right? And this showing up, it's like obviously you can't like fake out the universe. And to be clear, that's not what I've been doing. But it's like no matter how many times you look under the Christmas tree, uh, it'll show up on the 25th, right? Or no matter how many times you check the calendar, a certain date will show up when it's that date and not before. And I'm aware that all of this is like effectively divinely orchestrated to have me in the proper state, which means I probably should go and do the massage tomorrow, the like spa thing. I don't know what that's going to even look like. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I probably should book that. Is there any other leftover emotions or things that need to be transmuted that I haven't transmuted yet? I mean, it's okay to be impatient. It's just because I'm impatient doesn't mean that I have to continue sitting around and being impatient, right? The thing is, I don't want to do a bunch of distractions. Okay, I understand. So, okay, I haven't wanted to do these distractions because I felt they were only distractions. But they are part of physical reality. And I have enjoyed them as distractions. So depriving myself of them entirely seems wrong. It's more about moderation and kind of the reasoning behind why you're doing what you're doing. So I've actually talked about this a lot, where it's you can do something that people would consider right for the wrong reason. So an example, the homeless guy that I gave food to. If I did that with the expectation that I was going to collect some sort of karma from doing that, that's the wrong reason for doing something that's helping someone. The reason I did it was because I genuinely just wanted to help him, and that's it. I don't expect anything. I haven't fucking seen that guy since, and I'm hoping he's doing okay. That's it. But if I was to instead look around, drive around in a car, look for homeless people, give them food, and say, "Yeah, look at my karma, it's rising today," that would be totally wrong. And so that's where the intention matters. So when it comes to these different things like video games or the reading or whatever, why am I doing them? Am I doing them to distract myself? Or am I doing them because I genuinely enjoy the action? If I genuinely enjoy the action, it's okay for me to do them. If I'm doing it to distract myself from reality, that's not okay. And there has to be something going on deeper that I need to think about. Okay. Is there anything else? The relationship stuff. It's probably the single one thing, if I could label anything, even I will say even above magic, and wizards and all of that stuff. That's the one thing that I've been very firm on desiring. And sure, there's obviously the like a feeling love from someone else component, right? And in the past, it's been like, oh, I have a hole in my heart and I want it filled, right? But now that my proverbial heart is overflowing with love for myself, that's not even what I'm wanting. It's like there's like a literal physical like intimacy that you have with partners. And I'm not talking about like, when it comes to like sexual stuff. It's just more of like like hugging each other, hanging out like on the couch together and like watching a movie, going and doing stuff, doing activities together. It's that level of like that's the type of stuff that I just really haven't had in my life. Sure, I've had friends. The friends kind of, sort of, like, can do some of that stuff, but it's like, it's just not the same. And, there's also like a level of being seen by someone else, which is impossible for me to do. I understand myself. I can't say, well, I'm seen by other people now. It's like, that's not, like, I can't physically do that. I can say I don't need to be seen, which is true, because I understand and see myself. Like, I don't need to be seen by other people. That doesn't mean that it wouldn't be nice. So it's at the level of like, all of those things are things I want to experience, in a like meaningful way. Not like, I've had like experiences in the past, but it's like they've all been very surface level. And so it's very much like it's like someone having your back. I know that sounds weird to say because it's like, what does having someone having your back have to do with like what you just described? It's like being alone. And what I mean by that, I know I'm not alone in the traditional sense. Where it's like, yes, I do understand that the universe is, we're all like separate but one and all of this stuff. I get that. I'm talking about and I know that the universe does this, okay? That's not what I'm getting at here. But I'm talking about that, like, there's like a level of trust and knowing that you can have where you just know that your partner and you are working together to like get stuff done. and you can trust them. And I'll just say, like, I know I can trust the universe to, source, the universe, spirit team, all that. I know I can trust that they're going to push me in the direction that will help me become the best me I can be. So I can trust in that. But, and there's a big but here, the way I've gotten here has not been the most fun. I'd do it again because I'm glad that I am who I am. But it doesn't mean that I was always pleased about going through stuff like that. So, and that's where, like, there's a difference between the trust. There's, like, the two different levels, right? So, yeah. I don't know. I think when you experience this level of mutual understanding, it's kind of it's really powerful. And yeah. So that's part of why I'm just like, geez, can we speed the fucking process up here? Like, I know that I can't. But it's like every time I hear a message of like, well, you could have been there sooner. It's like, fuck off. Don't even tell me that, Like, it's like, I don't know. Waiting is tiring. And, I know. It's like, well, you're not waiting because you're still living your life. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. But a lot of the stuff that I want to do, I can't do. Because in order for me to set it all up properly, it requires a lot of time, and I'm not going to dedicate a fuckload of time on setting something up that's going to get torn down almost immediately after I set it up. So it's like, that's why it feels like waiting, because there are some things that I would love to have set up that I just feasibly can't when I'm like not knowing what the fuck is going to happen. And a lot of that just gets unlocked with this person. So it's just like, it's kind of like, okay, it's actually, this is a perfect analogy. It's kind of like, in Zelda, a lot of the Zelda games, not just A Link to the Past, but just a lot of Zelda games in general, there's a theme of you need a certain item to get to a certain place. That's kind of what it feels like, where it's like, okay, I'm at the door. I have my key. The partner has the other key. we can open the door together. But until then, I can stand before the door, or I can wander around and do my own thing on this side of the door. And it's like, I've basically done as much healing as I can really do. I'm pretty much just embodying myself every day. Like I'm doing what I can, and so I don't know. There's like I'm not really sure what else I can do other than to wait, right? Um, so it's I'm just thinking of like, well, I could go to a spa for a whole month and just do a spa thing for a whole month. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess I could technically do that. Like nothing's stopping me from just going and doing it. Sounds insane. Why would I do that? No, 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 no. Do not do that. I refuse to accept that that's a possibility of me doing something like that unless you actually show me intuition by some big fucking display that is the correct thing to do. Because that seems fucking crazy. Okay, anyway. I don't know. I think I've worked through most of this stuff at this point. And again, this isn't really even shadow work. This is just more of like working through the energy and alchemizing it. Because there's no wounds. It's just like fucking feelings coming out of the fucking ether. So, and again, most of them are not even fucking my feelings. So it's like, I still alchemize all of it, but this is part of the thing with yeah, sometimes I'll just get other people's emotions. So, it is what it is. And I have worked on being better about protecting myself from them, but it still happens. Okay. Yep, I guess I'm going to let you go. So, this is 100% going to be, it's 7:24, so this is 100% the nighttime message. So I guess enjoy. Welcome to the fucking really long one again. So, okay, have a good night. Bye.